The Australian white ibis. Known by many as bin chickens, tip turkeys or dumpster ducks, these birds are notorious for their unique scavenging behaviour. Urban areas along the Australian eastern coast, particularly parks of Sydney and Brisbane, are home to substantial populations of ibis. However, this is not their natural habitat. Traditionally, ibis are found in marshy wetlands, open grasslands and swamp-like terrain. The Macquarie Marshes in northwestern New South Wales have been a breeding haven for ibis. However, a combination of drought and habitat loss by human activity has driven populations away from these marshes and instead into urban centres. The ibis's long, curved beak has evolved to help them burrow for worms and insects, which make up a large proportion of their natural diet. This beak is also used to dig for mussels and crayfish in birds feeding in aquatic habitats. They then hammer the mussels against the hard surface to crack them open and eat the flesh inside. Ibis are a long-lived species, living up to 28 years. Breeding occurs between August and November, with ibis forming nests near bodies of water. This leads to the displacement of other nests, such as those of egrets, cormorants or spoonbills. This is just one of the ways that ibis interacts with other species. Here they are seen squabbling with seagulls over food. These birds are a resident population inside Melbourne Zoo, where zookeepers say they are a problem due to their tendency to steal food from captive species. Zoos have had to design specific feeding troughs with lids to prevent ibis from getting in. Sydney's Hyde Park is a popular spot for city workers to eat lunch. It is here where fearless ibis steal food from unsuspecting picnickers. This has earned them the unaffectionate nickname sandwich snatchers. This decreases the willingness of people to sit down and have a picnic in the city park, one of the key roles these urban centres were designed for. The ibis's scavenging behaviour also causes issues as they rifle through bins and waste dumps, scattering the rubbish they find. This leads to increased pollution, creating an aesthetic and hygienic concern in these otherwise well-maintained and clean parks. Spending their time in and out of bins sees many ibis stain their distinctive white plumage. This also leads to ibis carrying a strong and distinctive stench. Combined with their rubbish spreading habits, this further enhances their poor reputation with city dwellers. At dusk, large numbers of ibis flock to tree dwellings, where they congregate en masse. The waste left behind by these birds further pollutes the clean parks, while their loud, distinctive croaking annoys residents and passers-by. These negative impacts and public disapproval have led to the implementation of management strategies. Birds have been tagged to help monitor their behaviour and migration patterns. As they are a native species, ibis are protected by the National Parks and Wildlife Act, so culling is strictly illegal. Instead, management revolves around the removal of eggs, which are oiled to humanely euthanize the embryo inside. Less invasive strategies involve installing more bins to limit the amount of scattered rubbish for the birds to feed on, or placing covers on these bins, like these seen on the MCG concourse, to prevent birds from getting in. While these birds are seemingly widespread and not well received in these urban habitats, do they deserve such a bad rap? After all, it is human activity that has forced these birds to leave their natural habitat and move to the city. Their unique ability to adapt so quickly to a foreign environment and find a way to thrive could provide a crucial case study as more and more animals are forced out of their natural habitat by the urban sprawl of humans. This native pest species could be paving the way forward for other species.